Welcome back. It's the Flow Friday Sports Show on Flow FM, and we're kicking off our South Australian netball coverage in the Western Eyre Netball Association. Courtney Trowbridge is on the line with me. She's our correspondent in this association. Courtney, good to speak with you again. How are you?
Good, thanks, Dan. How are you?
Going very well, thank you. It was a quiet weekend for the Western Eyre Netball Association last weekend, but there wasn't nothing happening. There was the Pedlar Cup going on, so how did everything go there?
Yeah, we had the Pedlar Cup hosted by Great Flinders down at Tumby Bay. It's always a great weekend and a busy weekend for our 15 under girls. Those girls have a really busy schedule throughout the year, having Lock, Country Champs and then Pedlar Cup. So lots of trainings and lots of helpers involved in getting that happen. We had a Div 1 and a Div 2 go down. Div 1 won one game against Whyalla and Div 2 got 2 wins against Eastern Eyre and Whyalla. Really good day. Big thanks to all the coaches, manageresses, umpires and helpers, and well done to all girls that participated and represented Western Eyre.
Great stuff. Well done to everyone who was involved indeed, and to all the volunteers and everyone else that was able to make the day happen. Good for those who weren't involved to get a weekend off though, I'm sure, but we're back into it tomorrow, and there's a couple of enticing games on the menu here in the Western Eyre Netball Association. The top of the table Tigers, they've been unstoppable this year. They're hosting Wirrala, who have been good as well. If someone's going to knock off the Tigers, Wirrala are certainly a team that are a chance of doing it. But what are your thoughts, Courtney? Is it going to be another win for the Tigers, or can the Bombers cause the upset?
Yeah, it will be interesting. All teams are actually missing players this week. I don't know if that's just the last weekend of school holidays. There is a couple of people carrying injuries. Westies hosting Wirrala. It'll be actually a really good game. Westies are actually missing Nakia Skinner, who's normally their centre, and Jacinta Binstead, who plays goal defence. So they have Cedar Shippard and Abby Thomas come into their team. They're not sure whether Harriet Appleby was going to play as well, so they could potentially have 3 outs of their regular 7, which will be a bit of difference for Westies and will force them to change the way that they play. I'm not sure how they'll line up. Their coach, Chloe Ettridge, is still deciding that when I spoke to her earlier in the week. I'm not sure whether Chloe herself will go back down to defence and Abby Thomas will go into goals, or whether they'll run with their regular lineup and fill in with Abby and Cedar around them. Wirrala are without Hayley Webb, who's been running through the centre, and they'll have Bella Heron and Sarah Evans back in defence, and I think they'll play around with their trio of mid-quarters in Alicia Perry, Eva Smucker and Montana Freeman, but I think Hayley Webb will be a big out through the middle for them. I think it will be a bit more of an even contest here. I think Westies will still get the win. They've still got their really good structures, and they'll be determined to stay undefeated. But yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised if in next week's chat we're talking about an upset.
Possibility of an upset on the cards there at Penong tomorrow. We'll see how it plays out. The Tigers have been pretty much unstoppable this year. And the other game, Thevenard are hosting the Hawks. They met in the finals last year, but the Hawks have been at that level again this year, but the Magpies haven't. So I'd imagine this will be a Hawks win, but what do you think the Magpies can conjure up playing at home?
Yeah, I think Hawks will get the win as well. Again, we've got players out of this contest. So Hawks are missing Maddie and Rochelle. Rochelle's been playing defence this year, but would be their 3rd goalie, and Maddie is their goal shooter. So they are without 2 of their 3 goalies. So I'm not sure who they'll actually put into goals with Shannon Johnson, whether they've got someone coming back. I know earlier in the year they used Chloe Evans, or whether they've got a B grader coming up to fill that spot. So yeah, that will be interesting, and I think that will affect how the rest of their team line up. In saying that, they're also missing Ellie O'Brien, who's their goal attack, which means Nikki Sleet will swing into that goal attack position, and Hayley Williams-Gates and Hayley Jericho will be in their defensive lineup. That just changes things for Sevi as well. So I think it will be a closer encounter than the last time they met, just without having Maddie down in the goal shooter and that reliability of the rebounds and accuracy under the post. But yeah, I think Hawks will still come away winners in this contest.
tips in for Hawks in that one. Just have a quick look at the ladder before we wrap up. Western United 9-0, undefeated on top of the ladder. Hawks 6-3, Wirrala 4-4, and then down to Thevenard 2-7, Sejuna 1-8. So as we've spoken about before, there haven't been too many upsets, too many surprises this year, but with just 4 rounds left and then finals, this is the perfect time of year for some upsets to start occurring.
Yeah, it'll give us something exciting to chat about if we can get some upsets. But yeah, I think obviously Westies will hold down that top spot and they'll be really keen to keep undefeated. And, I think I spoke about it a couple of weeks ago. No one's done that in our league for a while, so that will be something that they're looking to do. I think the first semi should be Wirrala and Thevenard, so it's a good opportunity for Thevenard to really keep pushing some of the top teams and see if they can just work on their margins to see if come finals time they can be a contender as well. But yeah, potential for an upset or two this week.
All right, we'll see how it plays out over the next few weeks. Plenty on the line for the Tigers as they're looking to go through undefeated and win the premiership, but a long way to go just yet. Enjoy the weekend, Courtney. Good luck to everyone playing in Western Eyre Netball tomorrow, and we'll speak to you next Friday.
Thanks, Dan.